Hi, and welcome to Cat's Corner. It's me, Cat. Welcome back, old friends, and hi, new friends, if you're here with us today. You can find me on Ravelry as Cat Straight and on Board Game Geek as Maureen A. Sedai. Join our Ravelry group. It's not very active, but occasionally we'll do a giveaway for something. Also, you stand a chance of winning a 50-member milestone prize if we ever get up to 50 members. I've been recording very irregularly lately, so I think that's been part of the cause of why we've been losing some people, but we've been getting some new people, so hi. Part of the reason why I am recording so irregularly, sounds like a tongue twister, is we are now 14 weeks pregnant and all the crafting mojo is gone pretty much. So I don't want to get on and record anything if I don't have anything to show you. There's no point. But I do have one finished object, and I've been working on a couple things that I've actually made some decent progress on. Most of what I've been doing is I'm apparently a huge nester, which I knew this with my first son. Yeah, by the end of my second trimester, we were basically completely ready for him, other than putting in new floors in the entire house. So we've been completely reorganizing the house, trying to make room for baby 2, doing a lot of toddler bed training, which, yeah, it's going well until our son learned how to open the doors. And he knows how to lock and unlock them too. So yeah, that's fun. What do you do when you've been up for 4 hours trying to get your kid to stay in bed? My husband's solution was to get a rope and tie the doorknob to another doorknob, so when he tried to open the door, he couldn't move the door, which seemed to work. So, yeah. Once he falls asleep, we take it down and he stays asleep until in the morning. But I think he's getting close to actually being able to not have to do that. He's been staying in the bed a little bit more, so that may be getting cut off soon. Because we can't go 4 hours a night just trying to get him to stay in bed. That was miserable. But on other good news, I know I've been kind of keeping y'all updated saying that I don't have a wash machine. Well, I finally convinced the husband to forego trying to fix the wash machine and purchase a new one. So, yay! So I've been home a lot more, thank goodness. So a lot more has been getting done. The house has been getting cleaner and cleaner and cleaner and more organized. Because I've regained 2 days. Any other fun things? Went on a baby-free vacation with my mom and my sister. It was just a one-nighter, which was a lot of fun. Our plan was to lay out at the pool and do nothing. We spent most of the time in the casino. But hey, it was fun. We all sat down at the nickel machines and just played and talked. So that was fun. What else? Anything else? I didn't even tell you what today is, huh? Man, it's been a while. Today is July the 22nd. It is a Tuesday. And I am recording on a Tuesday because the husband took off several days. He had like 5 days left of vacation that he needed to take off by the end of this month. So he took a couple days last week at the end of the week and a couple days at the beginning of this week. So he has 2 short weeks. So he's home. He took Linus on a bike ride. He said he thought that it was going to be a fairly cool morning. I walked outside. I don't know why. He was thinking it was a cool morning. Like the humidity was just like, I would not have done it. But whatever. So talked about the Ravelry group. Did that. Right there. I think that's everything. I think. If I'm missing something, feel free to let me know. I'm probably only going to be recording like once a month right now. Unless I get a whole lot of extra energy to do more crafting, because all my energy has been going into cleaning the house and stuff. And I'm back. Sorry about that. People at the door, and then I started to record again, and like a minute or two in, I got a phone call. Same people who came to the door, my parents. Yay! But I'm only going to be recording probably about once a month, like I said. So let's just get into it and start seeing all the things I've been doing. And like I said, it hasn't been a whole lot. But one thing I did finish, my one finished object, is my baby hat. This hat is the... Hold on. I was supposed to announce the winner for the Cosmos craft along. Okay. Pause on this. Okay, come back to it. So, we had 11 posts, including mine. One person posted twice, so I'm only going to count their first entry. So technically there is 10 posts, so I'm rolling a 10-sided die. 0 is going to be my 10. If the person who posted twice, the second one gets rolled, then I'm going to re-roll, because I'm only counting their first post. So, I have my son's dice, so that it's easier to see. So here we go. So I rolled a number 6. Let's see who number 6 is. Number 6 is, oh yay, it's Christy Rose. So Christy, contact me and let me know if you want some goodies, or if you want a $10 or less pattern from your wish list. And if so, let me know which one you want. So Christy, let me know what you want. Okay. And I will show you a picture of what she did. She did, what is it, the Hitchhiker? No, the Lentilia. One of the Martina Bim patterns. You can see that. Super pretty. Super pretty. Love the colors. Okay, so that's that one. So, now let me get to my projects so I know which ones I did. Okay. Let me leave my dice there so I know which number I rolled in case I forget. But this is my only finished object. It is called the Little Scallops. I'm not going to pronounce anything correctly today, I don't think. Little Scallops by Maria Carlander. It is a free pattern. I think it sends you to another website off of Ravelry, but it is the yarn I use. It's all hand spun. It had like maybe 30 or 40 yards of this color, and then I had like, what was it? Maybe 140 of this one. So this is for the new baby. My color work is really bad, so it's kind of tight, so I don't know how long. It'll fit it for a good little while. It doesn't fit Linus's head at all. I've tried to stick it on his head to see how stretchy it was going to be. But that's it. I think it came out cute. I do want to do some more. Maybe make some for some adult sizes too, because I think it came out really cute. Has a little scallops too. And it'll also help me work on my stranding, because that's tight. I'm horrible at color work. This means I need more practice. But that's my one finished object for a new baby. And that will lead us into the project that I'm currently working on. It's I keep in my purse, so there's not a whole lot of progress on it. I can't really knit in the car too much, especially when my husband's driving, because he makes me car sick just anyways. And then trying to knit or do anything in the car at the same time. So I can usually do it for like just a little bit at a time, unless it's like on really, really big needles, and then those items I don't usually bring in the car with me. So this is whenever I'm getting together with other moms or something like that, and Linus is very occupied, or if I'm at story time and he's actually sitting and listening. But since I had so much of the one color left that I spun, I decided to kind of make a matching hat for Linus. It's not really a matching hat because I'm doing it completely different. But this is what I've got so far. I'm just doing a 2x2 rib. I think I cast on like 100 stitches because I'm hoping that he'll be able to wear it for a long time because of all the stretch. So it'll start off on his head now, and then we'll stretch and we'll see. But I didn't think I was going to have enough of the yarn left to do exactly what I wanted to do, because I'm trying to make it kind of like a little more of a slouchy type style. I'm not doing any decreases. I'm just going to sew the ends together so it kind of has like that folded look on the top. And then I want to make a pom-pom on top of that. So I needed a little extra yarn just to give me a couple extra inches. So I found, it's like this gray blue. It's not really showing up. My husband organized the game room, which is where I record, and he picked up all my lamps that I use whenever I record. I have no idea where they went to. They have disappeared. So I'm trying to do this in front of the window, which doesn't get a lot of extra sunlight. So you have to, so I just did 2 little extra stripes in there, just to give it a little extra length. Don't know what the yarn is. I got this in the mystery bag that I bought at my local yarn store. A bunch of fingering weight yarns. So I have no idea what it is, but it's kind of like a bluish gray color. So I'll use this with whatever leftover of the yarn I spun for the pom-pom. But I think it matches pretty well. I'm using size 2 circular needles. I think they're the Addi Sock Rockets. 40-inch magic looping. I'm addicted to magic looping now, and I pretty much only use 40-inch needles now, even on just regular straight knitting. But that's how far I've gotten. I have to measure it on his head again. Thinking of doing maybe another 4 or 5 inches and then folding it over. Not sure, because like I said, I'm not using any kind of pattern whatsoever. I'm just doing. So that's what I'm working on here. That's in my Star Trek bag, because that's the one that was handy at the time. And that is by Knitting Geisha. So that is one project that I started this pretty much a month ago, and that's as far as it's gotten. So not a whole lot of progress. I think I got the most progress on it yesterday. Seriously. Because what I've been working on in the house has been taking, it shouldn't be taking a whole long time, but just the nature of it being such a large object, I can't really pull it out a whole lot. But Linus has actually been doing pretty decently about doing a lot of play by himself. So that's been giving me some time to sit and do some stuff other than just normal housework. But I have been working on I felt something fall. I think I had a needle in here somewhere still. Did I? Yeah. Okay. This is my oldest project to date. I started this project the first year I was knitting. So it is all knit. I am using garter stitch for the entire thing. Only thing that changes is I change colors every couple rows. Let's see, this is called the Sweet Dreams Throw by the Knit Picks design team. I am using, let's see, the Lion, I am all stuck in here. Okay. Lion brand Woolies Thick and Quick. So you'd think I'd be a lot quicker at it, but nope. And 3 colors I picked were Snapdragon, Wheat, and Denim at the time. So what it is a throw that you work 5 panels and then you sew all 5 panels up. So I completed my 5th panel yesterday. So you have 2 of the panels have a matching panel to it. So that's 1 panel, 2 panels, three panels, whoops, 4 panels, 5 panels of garter stitch. Pretty sweet, huh? But I was determined to finish it this month. I figured I don't have to think about the project other than 16 rows, 26 rows, 16 rows, 26 rows, 16 rows, 26 rows. By the way, it's a free pattern. It has worked on, do I really have the size? I thought I'd use a different size. Using size, I don't know if you can see that, size 11, straight needles, plastic straight needles, old plastic straight needles. So, now later today, after I finish doing all this, I plan on sewing this up. And I'll have a throw. I initially was going to give it to Nate's grandma at the time that I started it. And then I was going to make my grandma a blanket too. See that happening now. I can't give one and not give the other something. So this may just be mine. It's not my colors at all. I initially picked these colors because I found 2 of the colors, I think. I think I found these 2 colors in a clearance bin at a Joann's or something like that, Michael's, because the people had pulled the yarn out of the ball bands and stuff. So I actually have a lot left over. I have, I think, maybe almost 2 skeins of this one left, maybe 1 or 2 of this one, and I have like 6 blue. How did I come up with 6 blue left over? I had to order some from the website because I was having a hard time finding the denim in the Snapdragon color in the stores. And I wanted to make sure I had all of it for whenever I would work on it. I didn't want to have to worry about if they ever discontinued the colors or the type of yarn or anything like that. So I ordered the 2 colors that I needed. So I got the box of the 2 colors, and then a day or so later I got another box from them with just all the blue. So I contacted them about it, and they told me just to keep it. It's not worth it to ship it back. So I wound up with all this leftover blue yarn. So I'll have to find something to do with it. And I've kind of been on a blanket kick lately. If I completed this, I think I did like 3 panels this month. I'd consider that a blanket kick. Not really wanting to do much else but work on this blanket. So I'll probably be fixing to pick up another blanket soon. And next time I record, I will have a finished blanket and hopefully another finished hat and whatever else I'm working on. I did not touch the Stiggy jacket because I've been hooked on this blanket, apparently. I guess I needed something that I didn't have to think about at all. Just go, 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 go. So that's that. Other things that I've worked on, kind of craft-wise, is I've been doing a lot of baking lately. I haven't done a lot of baking in a while. But with Nate's birthday being last week, I decided to do some baking. So I'll just show you a couple of little quick pictures because I don't know how to insert pictures. I think I can hook up the 2 videos together, but I don't know how to add the pictures yet. But as a cream cheese coffee cake that I made him for his birthday breakfast. And then for our get together with his family, I made a lemon layer cake. So that was the cake. The peaks fell down, but it was still really good. And that was the inside. And I also made 2 different types of homemade ice cream. That's the cake. That's the vanilla ice cream with chocolate chips and almonds, and I also made a blueberry ice cream to go with it. So yeah, I also made peanut butter cookies and a caramelized onion dip, and I'm supposed to be making a feta cheese dip for tomorrow because I'm taking Linus to a swim party get together thing. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff in the kitchen lately. I think last week I spent 4 days in the kitchen. So after that, let me share with you some recent acquisitions that I've gotten. So none of this has been put onto my stash. But one thing I got, which my mom goes to garage sales like crazy. She's always calling me, oh, they have this type of yarn and it's like 50 cents a thing. Do you want me to get it? And it's usually Red Heart or Lion Brand. And I'm trying to stay away from those. Lion Brand's decent. I like a lot of their stuff. But the Red Heart stuff I'm not usually a big fan of. It really irritates my fingers. If it wasn't for that and just it feeling scratchy, I probably would use it more because it's cheap. But she called me up and said, oh, well, I found some and it's got a lot of Lion Brand stuff. Well, half of it's Lion Brand, half of it's Red Heart. But I got this huge bag of yarn for, technically for free, but I think, because my mom doesn't make me pay for it unless it's a lot of money, I think she paid like $2 for the whole bag. So like I said, a lot of it is the Red Heart stuff. But I mean, there's some cute ones in there. This is what the main thing was the Woolies Sport Weight. And this is in the color Wood. So I kind of like that. That'll be a cute blanket for something. Most of this stuff that's in this bag, I'm going to try and do some sort of a blanket with. So that's one thing I got. I'm not pulling all that out. That's just way too much stuff. Other fun, better, yummy, scrumptious things I wanted to show you. I won a couple giveaways on some other podcasts, and I'm going to share those scrumptious prizes with you. So the first thing I won was from the Swift Knits podcast, hosted by Holly. Super sweet. Her podcasts are usually really short, so if like you have a very limited amount of time, it's usually 30 minutes or less. Like some of them were like 10 minutes a piece, which is awesome whenever you have no time. So, but she had a giveaway for the Clever Chuck. I think that's how you say it, Clever Chuck. Ooh, it just got cloudy outside. Sorry, it just got really dark. And it's a self-striping fingering weight yarn. It's 409 yards, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and the colorway is Fred. This is the one I picked. She had two of them. And at the time, it was before I went on my no knitting, I can't, no physical energy left. I had finished a pair of the Mystic Spiral socks and loved it, but I wanted to make another pair. So this is reserved for the Mystic Spiral socks whenever I have energy for it again. But it's like these really pretty bright blue and orange. Yeah, brown and black. And that's pretty close to color. So, thank you, Holly. Go check out her podcast, Swift Knits. I think she's on iTunes and is it YouTube? I don't remember. I just go to our Ravelry group and click on her links because that's the only way I can keep up with podcasts right now. And trust me, I am not caught up at all on any of my podcasts. I'm very bad right now. So that was the first thing I won. Second thing I won was this super sweet bag. And it is got all these fun words in, I think it's French. It's like Bleu de Gourmet, Comparatif, Royal à la Residence. I'm even pronouncing any of this right. I took like 6 years of French and I still can't do any of it. But yeah, and it's gotta be French. This is a bag by Daisy Said. Can you see that there? And it is super cute. This is my first bag of hers, but love the ideas she has. I haven't gotten to use it yet because I just haven't. But she's got two grommets here to pull your thread through. You've got a grommet over here to pull your thread through. You've got this little hole right there, so you can thread your thread through without it getting stuck in the zipper. The handle is part of the zipper itself, so you don't have that weirdness. Oh look, and you've got another hole right there underneath the zipper, so you could technically pull your thread through there if you wanted. Your yarn. And it's a good little size. I won this one off of the Hops and Hanks podcast, and that is Amy, who I think she's now gonna go by her real name, Amelia. Did I say that right? I know Amy. I think it's Amelia. I think that's what she said. It's cute. So you should go check out Hops and Hanks. It's about knitting and beer, which unfortunately I can no longer drink right now. My husband has so much beer in the beer fridge, and I can't drink any of it. Oh, that's not technically true. When he gets a new one, or one that I really, really like, I'll take a sip or two just so I can have a taste. Otherwise, I'll just be craving it and craving it and craving it. So, but I have this pretty bag, and I can't wait to use it. I have to find a project to put in it. So I got those. And then the other thing, I actually just got this yesterday. Nate's stepmom sent me a little present for the baby, which is technically for me and the baby. Get my drift. She is convinced that we're going to have a girl this time. So she bought me some pink yarn. Oops. Here we go. And she says it kind of reminds her of like a silvery watermelon. It is Sunrise Fiber Company tweed. It's Aran Neo Flamingo. It's a hand-dyed yarn. It is 85% superwash merino, 15% nep. NEP, I don't even know what nep is. 15% nep. There's 181 yards. And so I'm going to have to wait. End of next month is when we find out the gender. So it is a girl. I have a lot of pretty pink yarns and stuff just because I like it myself. And so if it is, I might be going into that stash of precious yarns that I've been wanting to use for me that I haven't, either don't have enough of what I want of it to use for what I want to use it for, or I haven't figured out what to do with it. So, but this, I'm hoping that maybe I can make like a little tutu or a little skirt to go over a onesie. That's my plan. Hopefully 180, almost 200 yards. I should be able to do something like that with it. And maybe have a little bit extra to do something else, little hand mitts or booties or something. I'll have to see. I've been trying my best not to get on Ravelry and start queuing tons and tons and tons of baby stuff and spamming anyone who follows me or is friends with me on Ravelry with all the baby stuff. I know I've done it a little bit, but once I find out the gender, there will be a lot more spamming, unfortunately, because that's the main reason that's been holding me up on doing baby knitting. Is I want to wait, because if it's a girl, there are so many cute patterns that I've been dying to do, and I have a boy. So, hopefully. And I think we have the names picked out for boy, girl. I'll share that with you if you are so interested. If baby number 2 winds up being a girl, the name's going to be Lucy Moraine. We might, instead of doing it just Lucy, we might do Lucille. That's a little up in the air, but we'll be calling her Lucy probably her whole life. And if it's a boy, both me and Nate have 2 different names picked out. I'll probably, if it's a boy, let him have his name. But my name that I like is Charlie Franklin, because Charlie Brown and Linus are my best friends, so it makes sense. And then Franklin's got a lot of, we name, the names we pick out have a lot of, I guess, pop culture references, because Linus is Linus from Charlie Brown, and then Linux, but Linus, so it's kind of like a play there. because we're big Linux Ubuntu fans and stuff, even though I now have a Windows computer, which I absolutely hate, but I can play my games on it, and I couldn't really do that with the other. And then his middle name is Sherman, because Sherman from Peanuts, and then Sherman from MASH, Sherman T. Potter. So Charlie from Peanuts, if it's a boy, or Franklin for Franklin from Peanuts, or Franklin for Benjamin Franklin Pierce from MASH, / Frank Burns, which Nate was very much against the possibility of his son being named after Frank Burns and people calling him Frank. Because I was initially liking Franklin as the first name, but then I liked Charlie Franklin better. But anyways, that's the name I like. Nate's name that he likes is Elwyn Leonard. Elwyn, I think, is from a C.S. Lewis book that he likes. I think it was C.S. Lewis. It's one that I haven't read, so I wouldn't know. And I think the name means elf friend. So, and Leonard for Leonard Nimoy, because my absolute favorite character probably ever, besides Moraine from the Wheel of Time series, is Spock from the original series of Star Trek. So, we can't really name our kid Spock. So he went with Leonard. Which neither of those names has anything to do with Peanuts, and I was really trying to fit Peanuts in there somehow. But we'll see. So enough blabbing about that. I'm sure you're thoroughly enjoyed with our names, huh? We're geeks. What can you say? We are major geeks. So let's get on to the game of the day. So if you are done with the knitting aspect of the show and you don't want to stick around for the gaming, I will catch you later next month, probably, since I'm only probably going to be able to go once a month. So I'll see you. Bye. And if you're sticking around, let's log our plays. We've been doing a lot of baby gaming, I guess you could say. Lots of Go Fish. Linus is 2 and has already figured out how to play Go Fish. Yay! So we play a lot of Go Fish. What else have we played? I think we played one other. We played the Lord of the Rings, the cooperative game, when my brother came down for 4th of July. So it was a 3-player one, and we played with the expansion, and we died a miserable death. That was, yeah. And then also, my brother and I have been doing a lot of online gaming through Steam with Dungeons & Dragons Online. So if you're on there, you know, feel free to check us out. I think my name on there is on Steam. It's, I think, Catstraight1 or Catstraight or something like that. And in the DDO, it's, I think, Nitty Pearl. And then, he also, while he was down, we got in some Resident Evil 4. Is that the one for PlayStation 3? 4 or 5, one of those two. But we've been doing that. That's the game I play with Nathan whenever he's down here. We play Resident Evil when Linus isn't around, because I've been worried that it would scare him. But he's come in a couple times, and he goes, boom, boom, mommy, boom, boom. And so apparently he likes it. He likes the fact that Mommy's killing the monsters. And he's been trying to play it too now. Which, whatever. So that's pretty much the gaming that's been going on. So what board game are we going to actually discuss today? We're going to discuss Vegas Showdown. This is a fun, cute little game. It's an Avalon Hill game. I don't think they actually have a specific designer on the box. They might have one on the one Board Game Geek. But it's Vegas Showdown. It says it's for 3 to 5 players. Nate and I have jacked up a 2-player game before a couple times, and I really, really, really need a fix. That doesn't work quite as well. And it says the time is 75 minutes, Usually when we play with 4 or 5 people, we're usually within like minimum of an hour. Right around that, it's usually what it takes us to play. What it is you have a casino that you are building. Here's your casino. So you have the hotel side here, and this is the casino side. You can put casino pieces in the hotel side and hotel pieces in the casino side, but you don't get bonus points at the end for it. And then the middle area here is just like the, whatever you want to call it, the free area. But this is your hotel. You have certain pieces that you are going to be placing in your hotel. Whoa, it's a mess in here. And they come on these tiles. So you have a large tile, a medium rectangle tile, and where are the little square tiles? And little square tiles. You have premier tiles, and you also have tiles that stay fixed to the board. And this is the bidding board. So there are always, until they run out, slots, restaurants, and lounges. And then the premier tiles get filled in here where it says premier. You only use this bottom one if you're playing 4 to 5 players, and you only use this side of the bidding track if there are 5 players. So, how the turn goes, let's see. Do I have the bidding button? I don't see the player button. But turn sequence is draw a card, drop the prices. Premier tiles get set at a certain price down here, and then you drop the prices each round if they don't get bought. Then you flip a card to refill any premier tile spaces that are empty, and it tells you like a little special action that happens, and then what size tile that you put on that place. You draw the tile, you put it on, and you set the price. Then everyone gets their income, and then it's time to start bidding. So, how it works, there's lots of little pieces in this game apparently, is, I'm saying how it works a lot too, huh? This is your money and your population. When you start off the game, you start off with 8 people at your hotel and 5 money. The way you calculate how much money income you get each turn is whatever number out of your population or your money is the smallest. So right now, if you're just starting out the game, you'd be getting 5. If you add another thing that has the money symbol on it with an amount of money, see how that one has the money symbol and it says 1, you would go up on the money track, so the next time you'll be getting 6. If your money passes the 8 and you only have 8 population still, then you're only going to be getting 8 even though your money may be up to 12. So you need to kind of have it semi-balanced. And that's how you get your income, whichever one's lowest. Then you bid, and you go around, player bids, next player bids, so on and so forth. If a player gets outbid, they get their piece returned to them and they get to bid again. You can always, as long as there's a piece available, bid on the slots, restaurants, lounges, one of the premier tiles. You can bid on those unless one of the special cards comes up and says no overbidding. You can also renovate or do publicity. Renovate is where you can take off 0 to 2 tiles off of your casino, and put on 0 to 2 tiles. They do not have to match, do not have to take any off in order to place 2 tiles. You can just take that action and place 2 tiles. And how you're able to place the tiles is when you bought a tile to place, when you won a bid on a tile, you usually get to place it on your casino for free. If you chose not to place that tile, or you did not have the prerequisites to place that tile, you can buy a tile even if you don't have the prerequisites, then you put it off to the side. That's when Renovate comes into play, because you have to take the tiles from that weren't on your casino. Then you can take Publicity, which automatically gives you a point, so you can go up the star chart. This is how you win. This is how much fame and popularity, or whatever you want to say, you have. And then you're allowed to take one tile that's not on your casino and place it on your casino. So each way you kind of get like 2 things. This one you can put 2 tiles on. This one you can get a point and place a tile. But on Publicity, you can't take any tiles off. Renovate, you can take the tiles off to kind of move them around. Which I don't think we've ever done, I don't know if we just overlooked this rule or not, but if you bid on a place and you win the bid, but you choose not to place that particular tile on your casino, but you have another tile that's not on your casino, then you may place another tile, one of your other tiles, onto your casino. As long as you're not putting the tile that you just bought on. Hope that makes sense. And you basically just keep doing this over and over and over again every round. Once all the slots are gone, once all the restaurants are gone, once all the lounges are gone, no more get put on, so then you're just basically going for the premier tiles. This is a little board that gives you a little hint on things. The white number, you see that little white number right there? That tells you how many of those pieces are in the game. The arrows show you the progression, so you have to have the restaurant in order to build the buffet. You have to have the restaurant in order to build the fancy restaurant, in order to build the 5-star steakhouse. Kind of get that? This also gives you, shows you how many, what's actually on the tile, what the starting bid's going to be, which is, let me show you on a bigger piece. That number right there, that's the starting bid. That's where you're going to place the marker initially, and then it just drops down from there. Also on here, it gives you the final scoring. So you get your normal points regularly, and if you place a tile that has stars on it, which are usually a lot of the green tiles, you'll get those points once you place your tile. Oops, dropping things. So then you'll look and see, did you fill your casino section? Which means you can only have yellow or green tiles on your casino section. And they all have to, you have to be able to trace a contiguous path to the opening of your casino. So see that door right there? All the doors do not have to match up. You just have to be able to trace at least one contiguous path to the opening of your casino in order to place a tile, to have the tile on the board, and to consider it a part of your casino. So if that whole yellow section, this whole yellow section is filled with yellow or green tiles, then you'll get an additional 5 bonus points. Same thing with your hotel section. If you have all the blue and green filling this area, and then you get an additional 5 bonus points. Then you look and see if your hotel and casino are connected. So then you're going to look to see, can you trace a contiguous path from your hotel all the way to your casino? If so, you get 3 points. Does that mean that this middle area has to be full? It just means that there's a path that goes to both areas. Then you're going to look to see who has the highest revenue. That's your money marker. So then you're going to look on here, and everyone's going to say what their money marker is at. And whoever has the highest gets 5 points, second place 3 points, third place 1 point. Then you're going to look at the population. Whoever has the highest population, same thing. Then for every $10 you have left, you get a point, which is not a very good return. So you want to usually spend as much money as you can. Then there are also tiles that have these little red diamond type pieces. Another part of the game, which I don't usually do this part of the game, is you want to try and make diamonds. If you have one that wound up being 3/4 of the way full, like right here, you'll get 1 point. If you have a full diamond, you'll get 3 points. The game ends when either you go to pull from a premier tile stack, either the medium, the large, or the small, and you cannot place a tile because that tile has been extinguished. The game will end. If someone, which doesn't happen as often, completely fills their board, their casino, so all these boxes have been covered, then the game will also end. Is there anything else? I'm trying to think. And the person who has the highest total points around the board wins. When you're bidding on the premier tiles, you can bid on the top or the bottom row. The bottom row is only there because those are what the premier tiles start at. Those are the starting bids. So whenever you bid on a premier tile space, you have to start your bid at whatever that marker is on. And when they drop the prices, they drop from the bottom row. They don't go up to the top row. But you're allowed to bid top row prices. The cards do a bunch of weird things. Some of them say you can't bid on any slots this round. Slots are fancy slots. You can't bid on any restaurants. You can't bid on lounges. You can't take publicity. Can't renovate. There are cards that let you buy points, so you have to have the money before you get your revenue in order to buy points. Those are in there. Allows you to buy restaurants sometimes. Sometimes you can buy slots if there are still slots available. Some of the mean ones, you get half of your income rounded down, which that's a big killer. They sometimes will pop up with getting extra bonus points. So if you manage to get your casino or hotel filled early in the game, and the card comes up, get so many points if your hotel section is filled. Get so many points if you can trace a contiguous path from your hotel to your casino. That comes up occasionally. Just bunches of different stuff like that happen. Oh, sometimes, which is good for the people who are heavy on population. Sometimes it'll say you collect your income equal to your population, you collect your income equal to your revenue, so then you don't do which one's the lowest. I think that's pretty much it. And we found that they do not give you enough chips in the game that they start you with, so we put our own poker chips in there. think that's pretty much it. It's a really fun game, really quick. It's fairly simple once you start figuring out what you can place. You know, what things you need to be, like you have to have the slots to buy the fancy slots and so on. What things you need in order to get to the higher level stuff. Like, if someone can get the theater, that's a big one. That's 12 points if a person can place the theater. So that's one to always watch out for. It looks like someone's going for the theater. That's the biggie. I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to say bye. I've probably talked for about an hour now. And I'll let y'all get back to y'all's life and check out... Where's the box? Vegas Showdown and Build Your Own Casino. And I will be talking to y'all later. Bye!